Hello everybody, Carolyn Caldwell here from Caldwell Evolution with day 26 of the Organizing Spring Fling. So today I'd like to talk about collections and how what's was once old is now new again. First of all, collections and collectors are very specific in their management of their collection. A collection is a group of objects that is curated and over time increases in value because of the ongoing curation that the collector appreciates or executes with that particular collection. So if you collect teacups, you might add a very special teacup that you find at a garage sale or at a thrift shop or at an antique shop, and when you go home you realize that you don't have room, and so you're going to take out one of the lesser value items and add in the one of greater value that you found. If you're an art collector, you're going to try and continually add pieces of greater value to your collection, and then you're going to remove those pieces of lesser value in order to keep the collection at a particular size so that you can manage it. So not only are you as a collector managing the overall value and trying to improve the value of your collection, but part of doing so is to manage the collection, the physical collection itself. So if it's art, you have to have the correct physical environment to manage and protect that artwork, whether it's wall space or temperature controlled storage space. If it's teacups, then you have to have a place to hold those teacups and decide how big that collection is going to be. The other thing about collections is that normally they are put on show to be appreciated. So collection pieces are typically put on display and therefore are appreciated by the person or people that can look at them. Groups of things that aren't collections typically aren't curated, so the overall value doesn't go up and may in fact go down because the group of things isn't managed and therefore it's not protected, and it's also usually not put on display, and therefore it can't be appreciated by anybody who's looking at it. So that's the definition of a collection. Let's take a look at those albums. If you have been participating in the social media appreciation of your 10 favorite albums, you may have gone to the garage or down to the basement and hauled out the milk crates and looked for your 10 favorite albums. And you would have been reminded that once upon a time when we were pressing LPs and vinyl, that the album covers were made of cardboard. If your albums were in the garage for the last 10 years or so, you may have found that the cardboard has absorbed the moisture from the garage or the moisture from the basement, and don't be surprised if you found that there's quite a bit of mold. The paper that the cardboard is made from is notorious for absorbing moisture. So if those albums were stored anywhere that is likely to be wet, like a basement or a garage, there is a high probability that that cardboard cover has in fact collected the moisture and may be growing mold. So you're going to want to be thinking very carefully about bringing that collection inside and bringing that mold into your house. Vinyl the vinyl LPs likes to be kept flat. So it also doesn't want to have a lot of weight on it, so you're not going to be able to stack it vertically. You're going to want to stack it horizontally. So if you do have an LP collection, you're going to have to make sure that you have the physical space to store it appropriately to protect the vinyl LPs. The other thing that you want to do, because if it is a collection, you're going to want to look at it, appreciate it, use it, and curate it to increase the overall value, you're going to want to make sure that you can see the edges of the album jackets so that you can see what the music is. So the doors have to open, or it needs to be glass, or they need to have nothing in front of them so that you can actually see those. So I hope that's helpful, folks. I hope you're having fun with your 10 favorite albums. I'm thinking about what mine are. I'm thinking about where mine are stored. I'm wondering how much mold there might be on those jacket covers, and if there would be a better way for me to protect some of that favorite music. And maybe resurrect some of that music in a different digital environment, because I'm not likely going to be a vinyl collector. Hope that's helpful, everybody, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.